Hello everyone and welcome back. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about something that is very hard for me to talk about. And it just happened like a week or so ago. And that is that I burnt out professionally. If you don't know, I am a social worker and I do therapy with families in a program. So I listen to a lot of stories. I process through a lot of problems with my clients. And 2018 was a year that a lot of personal things happened, and I was trying to maneuver life just as best as I could with everything that had occurred. And one of the things that I did was I threw myself into my work 110%. It's something that comes so naturally, but yet I still research and look up different things to make sure that I am the best professional for my clients. And what I didn't realize is that by the end of 2018, I was running on empty. So I came into January of 2019 still like doing the same amount of work and dealing with really hard topics with my clients. And all of a sudden, I started to not feel well. I felt like my therapy sessions, I was a punching bag in a sense. I realized that I was putting myself in a place where I was going to get hurt, and that was okay because I was thriving at work. And I received a phone call from my mom and got some very bad news in regards to a family member. Luckily, everything is okay now, but that's completely just set me in a place where the best way that I could describe it is it lit me on fire, and I could not put myself out. I was like ashes by the end of that day, and I had a mental breakdown. And I'm truly blessed that I was able to have someone that I can lean on and just let me word vomit, let me cry, let me be a very just raw version of myself, someone who I don't like being, someone who's honest and who is hurt and who is just done with the world. And we had a realistic conversation about what was happening. I didn't want to hear it at that time. And the next day, I went and processed it with my therapist. And yes, as a professional, you can have a therapist and there's nothing wrong with that. Even as just a normal average person, I highly recommend you look into a therapist or talk to people about what's going on. Don't let it bottle inside of you and then explode. So I picked myself back up and I realized that the road that I was on was going to lead to me just continuing the cycle of burnout. So why am I making this video and why am I telling you guys that? The reason why I'm telling you all this is because I want to be accountable to myself, and I want to be accountable in a different way. Yes, I could talk to my therapist, I could talk to my boyfriend about all of this, but I want to have a creative outlet where I can actually do something with it, a tangible source where maybe someone else is going through the same thing and this could be helpful. So what am I actually going to do differently? One of the things that I talked about with my therapist was looking at, last year, and is that something that I want to continue doing? And what am I scared of? One of the things that we talked about was this need of wanting to feel wanted, like wanting to be needed. And work does that for me. I feel like I can, provide something for my clients when it might be missing in my life. So I want to go ahead and kind of flip that a little bit. and really look at what I can do for myself. Because at the end of the day, if I just give and don't pour back, I'm going to end up having a bigger crisis than what I did, a bigger meltdown. So realistically, one of the things that I'm going to do is put some of that energy that I was putting onto others back into myself. And for starters, one of the things that I did was just clean my closet. I went through and took out 2 large bags of clothes that I don't wear, things that don't make me happy. I wanted to declutter something in my life. That always makes me feel good. So that's what I did. I also wanted to put myself first for a couple of days. So I called and I said, I need a mental health day. And luckily I have enough vacation time saved up where that wasn't an issue. So I took a day off and just sat with myself. I went to my therapist appointment and then went out to eat by myself and sat in a restaurant. Didn't do the drive-through, didn't take it home, but I sat there and just people watched. I want to feel more comfortable with just being by myself. And that's going to take some time, but definitely something that I want to work at. I also want to make more videos. I want to be able to be creative. That's something that has been missing in my life for such a long time, and that's why this video is being made right now. So those are just a couple of things that I'm doing to sort of help me recharge. And I want to hear, what do you do? This is not something that no one else has gone through. And the beauty of that is that I want to reach out to others and say, hey, what did you do? As a professional, what are you doing to not get burnt out? So that I can learn, so that I can improve myself. I definitely want 2019 to be a better year than last year. And I'm hoping that by putting this out there, I can hold myself accountable in a different way. So thank you so much for listening. And if you have any ideas or tips that have worked out for you in regards to not getting burnt out, please share them in the comments down below. I love reading them and I love just listening to other people's stories. So go ahead and share them with me. I really appreciate them, and I will catch you on my next video.